Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You had mentioned the importance of reducing deficits and debt. We agree that that's important going forward. Is that right? Just confirming that.
Well, agreeing on deficits,
Yes.
it's desirable to reduce.
And I was glad to hear that the president seems to have come to that realization recently as well. I want to show you, though, I have a chart that shows the deficits on an annual basis. And you can see this is 2019. We have essentially 2.5 years that were affected by COVID, which we all allow for that. We know that the spending was higher than, it was all deficit spending, by the way. But the year after COVID, the first year of the budget that we're here discussing today, is higher than the deficit was before COVID hit. And then it goes up on an upward trajectory every single year, with one slight exception there, during this budget. How can you claim that you're reducing deficits, or how can the Biden administration claim that deficits are being reduced in this 10-year budget?
Well, it's a reduction relative to what we inherited.
So there's not a real reduction in the deficit?
Well, obviously, the baseline does have deficits rising, but proposals that we have made would.
So we're not accomplishing the goal of reducing the deficit in any way in this budget?
We have not proposed policies that would lead to greater deficits. And in the next 10-year period.
But we're leading to greater deficits in every year. Yeah. So I call that swamp math. You go outside of the Beltway one step, and there was no one in America who will believe that the Biden administration is reducing deficits. It's harmful to the future of the country, and I don't understand how you can be claiming that deficits are being reduced when it obviously is not the case. I also want to talk about in the budget, there are, let's put that away. There are multiple, about 36 new taxes proposed in the budget. We again agree of the devastating impact of inflation on the people that I represent, people across the country. Do you believe that these tax increases, for instance, do you believe that raising the corporate tax rate will help lower the price of food or other household goods?
Well, you just said that you think that deficits are important to reduce, and the president's budget
I didn't say,
contains,
yeah, they are important to reduce, but do you?
proposals that will help us do that.
Well, we need to,
And they're done in a way that's fair.
we need to have growth policies that get us out. Do you agree with that? We need to have growth policies in place that will help to reduce the deficits going forward.
The president does propose growth policies because we've invested in infrastructure. We need to invest in people.
But do you believe that raising the corporate tax rate will help lower the price of food?
I do not think it will raise the price of food.
Do you believe that raising taxes on fossil fuel production will lower the record high gas prices?
Over the medium term, the way we lower them is to address climate change and to switch to renewables.
Thank you.
In the short
We
term,
have,
we have
thank
a
you, Madam
problem.
Secretary. Thank you, Madam Secretary. So